Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Guys, I'm doing the weekly forecast for this upcoming week, the 29th. I can't believe it's already May. Oh my God. Whoo, time. Like sometimes you wanted to speed it up and then sometimes you want to slow it down and it's just flying by. I'm just going to be doing a reading for this upcoming week, guys. A lot of changes are happening with this week. Nothing crazy. A lot of the changes are actually internally. A lot of us are going through some major mental shifts. And when we have mental shifts, guys, we have major emotional fluctuations as well. So if anybody has been having anxiety attacks or just like super sensitive or just up and down, you might even feel a little, like just emotionally erratic. Our thoughts are moving at a very quick pace. And a lot of us are understanding like, we're just tired. Like there's just some, like our inner critic, our those voice in our head that like, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and we're just like breaking free, getting to the root of stuff this week. And this week is really meant to have a lot of liberation for us and changes. And I know sometimes when I'm going through hard stuff and I hear the word change, I'm like, no, right? Because we like our comfort zone, even if it's uncomfortable. But a lot of these changes are really good, guys. These are internal shifts that are causing external changes. Our outside world is always a reflection of our inside, as within, so without, as above, so below. Same thing. That's why they always tell you, start with you. It's not a cliche. It's real. There's something outside of you that can fix it. So a lot of the stuff we've been working through, guys, we might be seeing or at least feeling some of these shifts this coming week, whether we make outward decisions or inward decisions. We're really going to start feeling like not so overwhelmed, not so overwhelmed with things, not so like we're drowning or we're like constantly treading water. It's exhausting, So I'm just giving a reading for all the signs. And of course, check your sun, your moon, and ascendant, guys. Just make sure you look at all of them because we resonate with more than one of them. And of course, every week I always ask, what does the universe want us to focus on? I try to go a little deeper. I try to be a little bit more macro perspective because if you get crazy too specific, it's just for a mass reading, but how it can best help us. I want us to all evolve as souls. We are going through an ascension process. So a lot of us are feeling so much pain. And anybody out there, like, let me know, put it in the chat. I mean, I do my best to look at it, but when I do readings, it's hard for me. How many people are feeling grief-like emotions? Even if they're not really grieving something, like it might not be like something stereotypical, but the emotions have been so heavy, they're almost grief-like. They're like, oh, it's exhaustive. It's very exhaustive energies. And the thing is, we're grieving. Sometimes it's not just circumstances in our lives. It's like that cup that we've been building over these years. It's full of emotions from childhood on, whether it's ideas of, whether it's ideas of not enough, not worthy, I'm always wrong, I'm always messing up, I'm always, we have these subconscious patterns, guys. And as we get older, our cup just fills. And these particular energies, they're spilling this cup everywhere. That's why we feel so emotional. We feel so freaking overwhelmed. And every little thing might just like cause us to cry or get frustrated. Right now, we're supposed to liberate ourselves from this. And the way we're going to do that is from a very mental space, a perspective shift. And it's really going to help us in a loving way to be compassionate, guys. Be compassionate with yourselves. The world's hard enough. Don't try to, kick your own butt. I know it's really hard when we're telling ourselves, but if you can catch that inner critic, just catch it, freeze it, and be like, I recognize it and I choose a different story and push to the side. You got to try to catch this, guys. So pulling cards for all 12 signs, see what we could best focus on, what's really going to help us with this week and what guidance comes through, guys. So just, doing that inner work, guys, and it's a journey. So please don't feel overwhelmed. Do your best not to get discouraged. Don't be like, God, why didn't I start this when I was 20? You're starting it now, and that's okay. If you want to tell yourself that, you're going to start it later if you postpone it. Just do the work. We're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna do it together. You're not alone. Okay, Aries. Let's jump on into it. And I have broken nails. So you guys have probably seen this little nub. I feel like it's a little bald man like on my fingers. It's all good. Okay, Aries. Let's see. I'm only pulling 2 cards, guys, because, you know what? Never mind. I'm changing my mind. I'm pulling 3. I was just going to pull 2 to keep it like really focused. But even with this pull, I can see any clarity. So just one moment. Okay, you guys got the 8 of Gabriel, the Strength card, and the King of Ariel. Okay, guys, for you this week, Now, the major arcana here is the Strength card, and that's at the middle of the deck. So what's really the focus for you guys, Aries, it's going to be really internal, and it's going to be more emotional. It's about giving forgiveness, practicing compassion, practicing awareness, and really a lot of kindness, guys. Inner strength. It comes, we don't, when people are like, get out of my way, you know, that's like an outward, you know, I need to control environments to feel safe. This is not the case. You are growing in confidence. You're growing in self-awareness. You're growing in self-love. And when we can really forgive, even if it's ourselves, you know, whatever, maybe I waste time, I didn't do good enough, I made mistakes, whatever it is, forgiving that and loving yourself enough, it's easier to let go of things that we held on so dearly. Now, this week, guys, it's going to be a busy week for you, Aries, really, really busy, especially in regards to work, okay? Work, finances, the material world, errands. It's not going to be a crazy juggle, like, oh, you know, running, you know, I don't have enough hands, but it's more like fast-paced. It's going to be a very fast-paced week for you guys. Communication is key. If you're tired, say you're tired. If you can't do it, say no. If you're hurting, say, look, I need some time for myself, or communicate that. But it's really important for you guys this week, especially because this week there's a lot of plans that are going to be playing out for you, Aries. Maybe you've had, whether it's physical, like you're planning a project or a party or an event, or just plans for yourself. Maybe you're implementing new routines and new structures to be a little bit more aligned to your goals, your vision, or just have a healthier balance. So that's going to be put in place this week. It's going to be put in place this week, and it's going to be moving nice and quick. Now, what they're saying is don't get discouraged. You're doing great. You're really going to have to be compassionate to yourself, and you notice yourself being critical of the changes that you're making. If you notice yourself being harsh, or even outward people judging it, you know, keep it to yourself, guys. I always tell my clients, when you're starting something new, keep it to yourself. Unless you have a mentor or a wise teacher you're sharing this with, otherwise it's like a baby. It's an infant. Nurture it. Don't share it. But it's really having this internal strength for yourself. Maybe you're practicing being more independent, self-soothing. Maybe you're practicing being alone more, you know, not needing more attention. Maybe you're practicing structure. Maybe you're practicing self-discipline or a better routine. There's things that you're practicing, and there's going to be things that are going to want to pop up. It's okay if you make a mistake. It's okay if you skip a step. Don't worry about it. Love yourself through it. Nurture yourself through it, guys. You're doing great this week, Aries. A lot of upward movement, a lot of fast-paced movement. The only thing that might sabotage, it's your emotions, your thoughts. And you might get frustrated and flip out and take a deep breath, step back. You know, before you do something, go sit in the bathroom and just decompress. Cry if you need to. You know, punch a pillow, do something, but just like, okay, like I love myself. I'm not going to do this. Like, it's okay. I'm going to pick myself up. I can do this. You know, you have to tell yourself that. You have, and don't be like, well, I don't believe it. Fake it till you make it. That really does work. It has nothing to do with, yes, you're supposed to have an emotion with your affirmations, but subconscious is programmed through repetition. Just like when you drive, now people can drive and like be talking, you don't even know you're doing it. It's because it's repeated so much, you can do it autopilot. Same thing. So when they say fake it till you make it, they're not saying to lie to yourself. They're saying repetition, 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 so we can smack it into the subconscious mind. Okay, guys, you guys are doing great this week. The only thing that might sabotage you is like those old feelings of self-worth or pain or fear or panic, but just understand, be compassionate. Things are looking good. Look at the facts around you. You have a house, you know, roof, food in your mouth. You're doing great, you know? So good week for you, Aries. Strength, 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 strength. All right, Taurus. We're coming to a Taurus new moon, guys. That's great. I do have a new manifesting money webinar, guys. And when it comes to manifesting money, it has a lot to do with the conscious and subconscious work. So we are going to be doing, it's a workshop. There's a lot of tools to bring. I have to respond to some people that already purchased. Not a lot of tools, but we are going to be doing a vision board. I am doing this. This really works. It's really effective. And we're going to do it together. And we're going to do candle work. And we're going to do some programming and some meditations to just kind of clear out. Okay, so if you guys are interested, the link is down below. All right, Taurus. Let's see. Okay, Taurus. Ace of Michael, Six of Ariel, and Solution. So Taurus, it looks like for you guys, you are coming to some kind of decision, or maybe you having this amazing new idea that you guys want to implement. Whatever it is, guys, because you have the Six of Ariel, this might require support of some kind, whether it's financial, material, a location, whatever decisions you guys are making, whether it's new projects or you're trying to kind of figure out some of the bumps in the road. And you have the Ace of Michael. While you are moving forward, there can be some communication problems. There can be a need for compromise. Maybe you guys had this great idea. You thought you were going to get the fund. This is an example. You thought you were going to get the funding, but you only got, 3/4 of the funding. So when you have the solutions card, they're saying, look, compromise. Just be objective, be wise. Whatever happens this week, Taurus, where you're really being asked to grow and where you're really being asked to take a step back, like to move forward, sometimes we have to readjust. Sometimes we have plans and then they kind of go off a ride, but that doesn't mean you're not moving forward. You are moving forward, Taurus. This week is going to require a lot of clear communication on your side, making sure that there's no misunderstandings, that, text messages didn't get read wrong. I don't know why people do that. Just pick up a phone, call, super easy. When it comes to Six of Ariel, if you guys are worried about funding, support, material, space in some way, you guys, it's gonna work itself out. So please don't try to use all of your energy stressing on that. Where you really should be focusing your energy is self-control and patience. That's where you guys are evolving. This is where you guys are changing and liberating yourself. Maybe you are an impatient person. Maybe you want things done a certain way or being stubborn. Where does that come from? Question yourself, why is that? Why am I trying to control it? It's because I'm afraid. Am I afraid it's going to fail if I don't have it just the way I want it? Really, really working on that. And this week is going to offer that. Everything's going to be fine. You're still moving forward. There are little bumps and you're going to be provided everything you need. But the lesson is to compromise, to be wise, to be objective, to be able to see everything like, okay, you know what? Actually, I still got all the meat and potatoes. I don't have all the frills, but what I got, what I need, not just what I want, but what I need, I have. And I could move forward with this and I can let it go. And if I just have a little patience and if I can just flow with things and move with things, things are going to be just fine. So let's say an example, Taurus, you have a big project and the vendor is late and something happens. Forgive. Things happen. We're human. They're a little late. Things happen. But hey, things still went off without a hitch. Everyone still had a great time. Let go of the rest. Everything was met. There might have been a couple bumps, but your real focus is really just being objective. Everything's actually fine. Actually, everything moved out. I'm going to let it go. Have some patience. Everything's going to flow beautifully this week, Taurus. It's really just being able to control that inner space where Aries is more emotional and having confidence. Yours is being able to see things from a space of objectivity and being able to find balance. And so you can continue to move forward. If things don't work out perfectly, why stop the whole parade? Just keep moving with it. Flow with it. It's going to be a good week. Okay, Geminis. Whew. Okay. Hello. What's up, guys? Hi. I hardly get to read these things when I'm it's your birthday. Happy birthday. I hardly get to read the chat when I do this. Okay, Gems. Let's see. Oh, okay. The Epiphany, Six of Michael, and the Sun. Two major arcanas for you, Gems. And this has a lot to do with whatever you guys are going through. So Geminis, you guys have probably been having like a little bit of a tough time, but your tough time is definitely more internal. That doesn't mean you couldn't have had like external things like job changes or, having to buy a new car or things like that. That definitely comes up. But when you have the Epiphany card, everything that you've been going through, Gemini, especially when it comes to the triggers you've been experiencing, maybe fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, maybe not being good enough, not hitting, this perfectionism that you set for yourself. When you have the Epiphany card, you're going through a huge spiritual growth. But this kind of spiritual growth isn't just for the sake of your soul, Gem. It's for the sake of other souls. Now, whenever I go to spiritual growth, as amazing as that all sounds, everyone's like, I want a spiritual experience. And I always tell people, why did you ask for it? Because whenever you do this kind of work, you have to kind of practice a little bit what you preach, and you really do go through some things. So when you have this particular card, they're like, look at all the answers you're looking for. They're going to come in this internal state through meditation, through guidance. You guys are probably getting a lot of epiphanies, like these aha moments of like, you know what? I've been running my head into this wall when actually this door is open. You know what I'm saying? But when you have the Epiphany card, like I was saying, it's not just spiritual growth for you. you guys are meant to help other people. This is a wisdom that's accumulated and learned so that you can help others, so that you can lead others, you can support others. So understand that everything you've gone through or up to this point was not just for yourself. So bravo, Gems, you're doing a great job. And you have the 6 of Michael. Guys, done. End of the storm. The light at the end of the tunnel. You're coming into the light. So all the things that you were looking for, guys, is finally coming. Now, this card does have a travel relocation. So some people might be moving jobs, they might be moving homes, they might be traveling. So there is definitely some movement on the horizon, and you have the Sun card, right? Who doesn't love that card? Guys, success. So yeah, you had a little rough and tumble. You had this idea, this trajectory, and it got a little muffled along the way. But you know what? You learned. You're coming out of it, Gemini. And this week, you're really setting into the sun. You're being successful because you didn't give up, because you kept that positive belief, that positive thinking, and you're finally coming into the light. You're coming into your own. You're finally getting those answers and forward movement. This week is really asking you to recognize all the things you went through were really for growth. They weren't like you're being punished, you did something wrong. It was, God, like it's making me more patient, wise, understanding, open-minded. It was really opening up in that way. And as a result, you're finally turning that page and moving forward. So bravo, Gems. God, man, having that spiritual growth card, you're just like, whammy. But you made it through. Bravo. Okay, Cancer. Well, we have a job interview. Oh, good luck, Mary. Good luck in a job interview. You know what? I always tell people, if you're doing a job interview, Archangel Gabriel is amazing for this. She's an archangel of communication. Before any job interview I used to do, I'd be like, Archangel Gabriel, may my words be spoken intelligently, confidently, and like lovingly, and may they be received intelligently, confidently, and positively. Guys, every time I use Archangel Gabriel or asked for help, I nailed every job. Every job. She's amazing. She helps the people to receive you well and helps you to communicate well, no matter how scared you are. Okay? All right. Cancers. Let's see. Ooh, it's not coming up yet. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay, a little bit of a mix-up. 9 of Michael, Queen of Raphael, and the 2 of Ariel. Cancers, I don't have to tell you this. You guys know it. You guys know that your thoughts get to you, your emotions get to you, your fear, your anxiety. You're like, oh, what's going to happen? Guys, everything's going to be fine. Everything's fine. Cancers, this week, what you're being asked to do is to focus on the love. Focus on all that you have. It's not one of those things where like everything's in the shitter, so I need to focus on gratitude, which is hard to do, but it's still effective. No, this is more like your thoughts are just thoughts. All those fears, those worries, what if, should, could, would, is what, but what if this doesn't happen? You are forgetting all the awesome things. You have the Queen of Raphael. This is beautiful. You're having a good emotional life. Maybe you're finally in that space of balance. Maybe things are good at home in the relationship. Maybe you're spending more time with loved ones and friends and enjoying the spring. Then Michael's like, look, your worry is unnecessary. When you have this kind of mix up in cards, it's showing you like, this is the kind of scenario. Oh my God, I'm so freaked out. I just need a job. Once I get a job, I'm gonna feel better. Now that you have the job, you're like, oh my God, I got this job. And what is my next thing? I don't know what I should do. Should I stay here forever? It's like, just enjoy where you're at, Cancers. You guys have come so far, and maybe you're on this pattern of worry. And trust me, cortisol is addictive. People can actually become addicted to the stress hormone cortisol. Just like we have adrenaline junkies, they get addicted to adrenaline. Endorphin junkies, they get addicted to endorphin. They go to the gym all the time. This is the same thing, Cancer. So look, you have the 2 of Ariel. So you know what? This week is going to be a busy week. That's true, Cancer. You're going to be juggling a lot of things. What's most important for you is to make things fun. It's almost like we're so worried about the projections that may, should, could, would, and by the way, more than likely won't. All your stresses happen, and you're losing the fun in it. Like when you're driving to work, or you're driving home, or maybe you got off work and you meet a friend for coffee. Like put on the music, dance around. Like I'm off work, I'm getting a paycheck, my family's healthy, things are great. There's money in my savings account. I'm booking a trip for the weekend. Like just enjoy where you're at, Cancer. That's what they're really asking you to try to stop the flow of anxiety. Stop to try the flow, the fearful patterns that you have adopted that are trying to become self-fulfilling prophecies. Surrender your worries. You're in a really good place. Yeah, you're probably busy. Yeah, you're juggling a lot. Yeah, there's a lot on your plate, but it's not a bad thing per se. You know, have fun with it. I'm like, oh, I got to pick up the kids and go to the grocery store. My kids are safe. I actually have money to go to the grocery store. You know, like things like that. Have fun, dance with them around. When you have the Queen of Raphael, there's a much more focus on home, on family, on intuitive guidance, and really just enjoying this beautiful space of giving and receiving and love. Be present this week, Cancer. That's your lesson. Be present. Liberate yourself from your mind. Liberate yourself from the fears of the future and fears of repeating the past. Just be present. It's going to be a beautiful week. Busy, but nice. Very loving. All right, Leos. And by the way, if anybody does, Julianne, I'm reading your thing about cortisol addiction. If anybody does feel like, and I know right now there's a lot of waves coming in, so a lot of people are getting a lot of anxiety attacks, panic attacks, heavy grief. EFT, the emotional freedom technique, or known as tapping, street name tapping, very effective. You can find it on YouTube for free. Nick Ortner is the one who's kind of made it a little bit more popular right now. His sister, Jessica Ortner, love her. She's very effective too. But try that out if you guys are having a lot of anxiety. Jump on your laptop right now, go onto YouTube. Whatever you're doing, tapping for anxiety, tapping for grief, tapping for heartache, tapping for pain. It actually reduces pain as well. Tapping for insomnia. They have it for everything. It's very, very effective. Okay. Leos. Let's see. Almost dropped this. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Leos. Let's do this. 7 of Michael, Ace of Michael, 9 of Michael. Every time I do this, I feel like a crab. I got to stop doing that. So these are all swords in traditional tarot. Don't let that freak you out. I think that's why I love the Michael, because Archangel Michael's my patron archangel, and I love him. So when it comes to this week for you guys, your mind, Leo, this is definitely about your mind. When you have the 7 of Michael, they're like, look at, there's a better course of action available. Maybe you've been really struggling to get motivated, make that decision, that choice, you know, lacking motivation, whatever it is in terms of movement and change and choice. Guys are like, look at, you guys are struggling. There's a better way to do this. And they're letting you know, Leo, you're not supposed to be doing this alone. So whatever you're worrying about, stressed about, whatever ideas you have for your life, these new ideas, these visions for yourself, and you're like, I just don't know how to get there or get started, or I'm just stressed, or I'm freaking out. Look at, number 1, don't do it alone. Friend, mentor, teacher, therapist, life coach, even if it's a book and there's like a workbook that helps you work through things, they're letting you know, hey, take a pause. This is not the end of the show whatsoever. There's a better way of doing it, because you're so focused. You're not looking at this much better option over here. But sometimes when we talk to other people, whether in groups and classes and workshops with friends or mentors, they give us that idea like that, oh, I didn't think about that. So a lot of the solutions are going to be coming through other people, professionals, friends, whichever one you have. And when you have the 9 of Michael, this is so much stress, Leo. This is like, you're just worried, and it's all unnecessary. It's just all the guilt, shame, regret, what ifs. What you need to focus on, Leo, is the outcome and nothing else. I got to tell this to myself. Nothing else. Do you want that job, that career, that home, that relationship, that health, that balance? Guys, just focus on that. And I always tell people, when it comes to manifesting, yeah, reach high. But if it feels too far, it's okay. Get something right there. An example could be, I want to lose 100 pounds. Great goal. But if that feels, and it actually makes you feel more demotivated because it feels so far away, shorten it up. 30. Just do 30. And then when you get there, you could do another 30. You know what I'm saying? Make it shorter. Just focus on the outcome. The universe handles the how. The universe handles it, not you. So just to place your order, like when you go to a restaurant, you don't order your food and then go into the kitchen and make it. You just order it. That's exactly how the universe works. This is what I would like. And all you have to do is focus on that. Focus on that, and it'll be brought to you. But the universe manifests from the subconscious, not the conscious. That's why affirmations have to be consistently repeated, because they have to be placed in the subconscious mind. So this is why vision boards, affirmations, doing visualization meditations Clearing the chakras, balancing out that, flushing out toxic energies are so effective. Now you have the Ace of Michael. You're going to make progress this week, Leo. It's going to be great. Now it's going to be a little bumpy, but whenever we do something new, right, learning curve, it's going to happen. So you might be like, aha, I found this better way of doing this. I'm going to go for it. I'm a little stressed out. I'm going to try not to get stressed out. I'm going to do it. And as I'm learning and as I'm practicing, I might maybe it's meditation, right? The first time you're like, I hate it. You know, I can't focus. It's okay. Keep at it. Just because it's a little bumpy doesn't mean it's the wrong thing. It's the right thing. It's just you're learning. So this week is a very mental week for you. Leo, I'm actually going to pull just one clarity card for you because this is a pretty, you know, mentally focused week. And I just want to see what can best help you achieve this, you know, because if you're in your mind, you can't solve a problem from the same energy it was created in. You got the decision card. Oof. Okay, so this is about, you're just holding yourself back. So the decision cards, you're kind of toxic inside. So all the stress, all the anxiety, it builds up. Chakra cleansing, being outside in nature, drinking lots of water, juicing, sea salt baths, crying, punchy. You just gotta release. It's almost like you guys are full, you know, and you're like, blah, we gotta get it out. Now, the decision card, it's about, you have a chance to make your life more beautiful and more happy, but you're just lacking confidence to make the decisions that are necessary to do so. And I'm not saying making decisions are easy. That's okay. Start where you can, just start. And if it's the inward action that you have to take first, then take that, but take action, okay? Whew, okay. Virgo, I am so warm. I always get so warm when I do readings. I don't know if it's like channeling energy or it's my house. I should have opened a window. Okay, Virgos. Okay, Virgos, you also have the decision card, 5 of Michael and the High Priestess. Okay, so Virgos, honestly, this week, they're letting you know certain situations are no longer serving you. Okay, I'm going to say this as compassionately, as loving as I can. There are certain situations that you know are not helping. They're not contributing to your life or to your happiness. Now, don't panic. We have the decision card. Now, you're holding yourself back. They're literally, you might think, oh, well, it's because of this. No, it's actually yourself. And it's because you're scared. And I totally understand that. We're not confident. What if I do this? Then I don't know if this is going to happen. And God, fear can be debilitating. And I in this lifetime, I better conquer this because I don't want to reincarnate again. Not here. So releasing yourself from this decision, guys, you need to detox yourself as well. It's become too heavy for you guys, whether it's like getting that restraining order, moving houses, changing jobs, being honest in your relationships, getting honest with yourself about health, whatever it is, guys, we really need to detox, and we really got to all the stress and anxiety. So there needs to be decompression. Watching Netflix is not decompression. Meditation, hiking, baths, journaling, those are all forms of decompression. Conscious decompression. Now you have the High Priestess card. They're like, look at Virgos, we love you. Don't try not to stress. High Priestess card, they're really asking you to go into silence. Their universe is trying to give you inner peace by giving you the answers. Like, this is what we're going to tell. They'll never tell you what to do, but they're going to give you the right action for what you're looking for, should you choose to take it. They're like, look, we have powerful psychic insights. We have a lot of information to tell you, but we need you to silence your mind. So either get more sleep, take some melatonin, and if you're getting 6 hours, get 8. It's going to come in dreams. Meditate, visions, information's going to come through, or just being out in nature, calming your mind. You get like these epiphanies, these aha moments, and it's divine inspiration. So you're being guided. When you have major arcanas too, like this, your prayers are being heard. You're being very much supported and loved, and really helped through this. This is not something you have to. It's more of a mental thing. Like, I'm scared. Just release your attachment to the outcome. You don't want to make any decisions, okay, but try not to, like headlock that thing into your life. Like, no, just what'll stay will stay, what'll go will go. What's meant for you cannot pass you, okay? And I know that's easier said than done. Trust me, I know that's easier said than done. But for your own love, if you have to grab onto something, grab onto yourself, okay? Because that's something you cannot lose, right? Hold on to you. You're gonna be fine. Sleep more, meditate, walk and hike. This week it's gonna be good. But it's really just helping you to move forward and to release anything that's toxic out of your life, okay? Whew, Libra. Let's see. Libra. Okay, Libras, 9 of Michael, 10 of Gabriel, 5 of Raphael. This card is all over the place. So stress, anxiety, worries, they're all-time high, but these are just mental. These are just mental. It's with our own creation. Some of us are just natural stressor. I don't say natural, chronic stressors and worriers. This week, this week, Libra, I'm so sorry. This week, Libra, you're gonna be tired. So you probably are gonna be working over hours. You're gonna have a lot on your plate this week. But what you need to understand, Libra, is self-care, and that's something you've definitely been learning, focusing on yourself and really trying to get your life going in the direction that you want. But sometimes you have to understand doing doesn't always mean you're moving faster forward. Sometimes we burn ourselves out. And Libra, you're burning the candle at both ends this week to like, look it. You need to either ask for help, say no, that you can't take on more, or take time off. But you really need to sit back, decompress, because there's things under the surface that you're processing, Libra. And just because you busy yourself with work doesn't mean it's not there. And when you come home, you're probably hoping you're so exhausted you don't have to think about it. But guess what? It's still there. So Libras, this week, you really need to make sure you cut out some time every day, even if it's 15 minutes, but you really have to take time for yourself, nurture yourself, maybe while you're in the shower, maybe while you're, lotioning up, or, journaling, or just getting ready for bed. 5 of Raphael, there's emotions that you're processing. You're doing a lot of emotional release right now. You're letting go. You're coming to terms with why things have happened the way they have. Everything happens for a reason. Finding that silver lining, finding the lesson in these things. And they're letting you know, if you just sit with it instead of run from it and keep yourself super, super busy, it'll actually process through like that, Libra, instead of like all week being scared of like, I don't want to feel this. I'm just gonna put on music. Or I'm gonna busy myself with work. If you notice, if you give your emotions like 5 minutes and just observe them, they flow in, give you a message, and then they flow right out. And they're letting you know there's so much opportunity to embrace, and there's so much coming in, but you're so focused on busy, stress, that you're not processing the things that are underneath. So Libra, this week, while it is a busy week, you're going to have boundaries. Say no. When your anxiety gets high, you need to step back and be like, okay, panic attack, like, where is this coming from? Yeah. Can I control this? No. What can I control? My response? Can I control the fact that like, okay, I can, take time out to journal, write on a napkin, on something really quick to get this out of me? Because they're letting you know, look, at your fears are unnecessary. You're going to create self-fulfilling prophecies, so let them go as best you can. Process them out. Use your logical mind. Sleep more, rest more, take time. If you know you do good going to the gym or meditating or walking your dog, whatever it is, you need time for that, because you guys really are moving forward emotionally and you need that space to process that, okay? Busy, but make sure you have that nice downtime and nurturance this week, Libra. Okay, you deserve it. It's not all about work, work hard, play hard. No, you need to work a healthy amount and love yourself this week and just give yourself that. Okay. Scorpio. Let's see. Okay, 10 of Ariel, the moon, and Knight of Michael, Scorpio. So while the moon card is a major arcana, Scorpio, this particular week, there's so much opportunity to move forward in life. There's so much opportunity to improve your plans. There's a lot of opportunity to face fears, Scorps. Now, anytime someone's like, face fears, you're like, no. I myself, I feel you guys, but this is not when the moon is about the shadow aspects, the subconscious mind. Now you have the 10 of Ariel. So this week really is a wonderful week to spend with family, with loved ones, to really feel grateful for where you're at. Maybe, you're having, some financial success and some balance of some sort, at least some equilibrium. And you're taking a lot of time to invest in that rich, rewarding life. Now, when you have the moon card, something's going to try to hold you back. Scorp. Maybe it might be like, when it's too good to be true, the shoe's gonna drop, or this partner, they're too sweet, they're too nice, they got to be hiding something. Like there's old patterns, old fears, and a lot of them come from fear of not being good enough, fear of failure, fear of rejection, guilt, fear of I don't know, worthiness. And so whenever these come up, guess what they try to do? Sabotage everything, right? Because it's better if I leave first before somebody rejects me or something like that. And I'm giving extremes here just so you guys can understand. But the reason these fears are coming up, they're not to torture you. They're for you to move past them. You need to be making decisions for your own happiness. You have to be logical, Scorpio. Emotions are a gift. I get it. Psychic ability, intuition, they are a gift. But when you can't discern between fear and intuition, you need to go to logic, because you're just going to drive yourself crazy. Now you have the Knight of Michael. They're like, look at so much to be grateful for, so much to be had. So when little things come up this week, like they were supposed to call me 5 minutes ago, or I applied for that job and they didn't get back, or something like that, or you misread something on instant, on media or something like that. Look at, this is not a time to be caught up in the emotions. Choose logic over emotion, act quickly, and move. This week is about enjoyment and making decisions for your highest good. Your emotions are going to want to come up, that boogeyman. Do you want to repeat these cycles? Probably not. So you have to stand firm in your vision for yourself. And when these fears come up, look at them. They're trying to tell you something because they're still there, but you can improve your plans. You can improve yourself. Like, oh my God, I didn't realize that this was happening because I'm so freaking afraid. Be vulnerable. Be honest with yourself. If anybody, be honest with yourself, Scorp, and be like, you know what? I recognize this. How can I improve this time? You know what? This has to do with confidence. So I'm going to work on myself, my sense of self-worth, whether you grab a self-esteem workbook, whether you work with a coach, a therapist, whether you work, just with yourself with affirmation, visualizations, mirror work, whatever you do, you've got to try to attack it from a self-loving, I know I shouldn't use the word attack, approach it, self-loving and compassionate way, because healing and loving yourself is the only way through it. But otherwise, a beautiful week, lots to be grateful for, so much rewarding experience. And there's going to be decisions to be made this week, Scorpio, for your highest good, whether it's taking that job, moving in with that partner, challenging yourself to like a 20-day, I don't know, workout challenge, whatever it is. Just do it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Don't allow your emotions to sabotage it. And as you're going through this new exciting adventure, work through the process as it comes. Okay? Sagittarius. I am so warm right now. Oh, I'm looking at my window and I could reach it and just open it. Okay, let's see. Almost there. Whoa, yes, you may come. 2 more. Okay, the wheel, Ace of Ariel, 5 of Gabriel. Yay, this is nice, Sagittarius. So first things first, there's a lot of new beginnings for you, Sagittarius. So if you guys have been in any kind of limbo in some area of your life, looking at your cards, it probably might be more in areas of the material realm. So it could be projects, creative projects, financial projects, work, career, or even collaborative spaces. But with the wheel, guys, this is really about a change in direction for you guys, okay? So when you have the Ace of Ariel, a lot of you guys could be getting promotions, you guys can be getting raises, you guys can even be changing jobs, but there's a lot more resources that are gonna be coming in regards to this new direction. Maybe you're picking up your side, maybe you're doing your business on the side and you're really excited and you're like, yes, extra income and I love what I do. Maybe you finally got that title change, maybe your partner got this new promotion. But there really is a change for the better. especially in regards to your support, your material world, your home, and what those resources can afford you. The resources aren't just financial. You could be getting more time off. You could be getting more equity in a company. You can be given more support in some manner. And this is what's really helping you. The universe is bringing this in so that you can do what you love. So you can actually move in this new direction. Maybe you got this promotion so you could finally move houses. So you can finally put your kids in a certain kind of school, or take yourself back to school. Or maybe you're doing it so that you can invest in startup companies, whatever it is. I'm just throwing things out there. But these things are moving forward. Now you do have the 5 of Gabriel. So this upcoming week, just FYI, there's probably going to be a little drama around you guys in terms of communication, misunderstandings. There might be an example, you got this promotion and there's people at work that are like, so-and-so should have got it, not him or her, or, there's always going to be haters. Hate is going to hate, just deal with it. That's life. So there's going to be things going on around you, some little chitty chats. The thing for you, Sagittarius, be happy. You're being rewarded. You're being guided in new directions. The best thing, withdraw from any kind of drama. You might be very tempted to put someone in their place. Do not do it. Have patience. Understand that this is a projection of other people's egos and fears and all that jazz. Nothing to do with you. Look at the bigger picture. I'm going to give the example of the promotion. Let's say you got a promotion and all these people are under you. And they're, chitty chat chat. Instead of trying to either attack or trying to make them feel safe, no. What's the bigger picture? This is my promotion. I deserve it. What's my mission? What's my goal? Let's get everybody on the same page, guys. Let's squash this. Let's move forward. This is the goal of the company. Let's be professional. Move forward. So you're not engaging. Does that make sense, Sagittarius? But congratulations on all of those who are getting new jobs and promotions. That's fantastic. New directions, new things. And, whenever we do that, there's always going to be some kind of resistance, whether from people or environment. So just, let that be, let that go. That only means you're rising. You always, I forget, I always try to give examples, but I can never remember who says things that they do. But they're kind of like, when people start to hate like that or give drama, that's a good sign, because that means you're rising. People don't care when you're, down here. But when you start to get better and move forward in life, you're going to have those people. So I think of it as a good sign that you're actually moving forward. And okay, I'm getting somewhere. So congrats, Sag. Capricorn. Whew. Let's see. Whoa, that one is not for you. Okay. Cappy. So you have 4 of Ariel, Ace of Michael, Leap of Faith, and the 6 of Gabriel popped out, guys. I didn't mean for that to happen, but here it is. Okay. It's meant for you guys. Okay. So first things first, guys. 4 of Ariel, Caps. Stop being resistant to change. I know I have no one to preach, because I'm like, no change, no, do battle. So I'm not preaching, but there is a resistance to your own well-being. Okay, guys, you guys might have this awesome new idea because you have the Leap of Faith card. This is the Fool in traditional tarot. So you guys might be setting off on this new journey. So whether you're, maybe you're just getting married and that's a whole new adventure, or maybe you're starting your own business, writing a book, whether you're moving, whether you're trying to do your own podcast, whatever it is. I'm giving a bunch of examples. Number 1, when you have the 6 of Gabriel, and I know why this popped up. They're letting you, Capricorn, because you tend to move a little slower, you need that reassurance. They're letting you know what you're going for is going to be successful. It's not just going to be successful on a personal level. It's going to be successful in terms of awards, promotions, scholarships, recognition of some kind. So you're doing the right thing. So if you're nervous about making this change, whether you're nervous about investing so much money and you want to hold on to it, maybe I shouldn't do this, guys, you must give to receive. There must be a nice flow of manifesting receptivity. These are beautiful things. Whatever idea, whatever thing you're embarking on, it's a beautiful idea. Yeah, there are going to be bumps in the road. Ace of Michael guarantees it, because it's new, right? Like a new terrain. When you have like a little truck, you're going to be a little bumpy until eventually, the more you ride that road, it smooths out, right? But it doesn't mean it's a bad choice. It's your fears of the unknown. And some people like to be uncomfortable, comfortable in their discomfort, but you really guys are moving forward. You're going on this amazing new journey. When you have the Leap of Faith card, you just have to have faith, literally faith, believe in yourself, because you're not going to be given all the steps. That's not the point of your lesson. Your lesson is to have faith and jump and learn along the way. Now, some people are given a lot of security and like, okay, I see the plan, I'm gonna go for it. Not in this journey for you, Caps. Your journey is to enjoy the journey, not to already know what it is and then maybe do it. You know, like, you're supposed to go, have faith in your idea, have faith in this choice that you're making for yourself. The resistance that you're having, what's going to help you move through that is to focus outside of yourself. Focus on other people, help other people, things, donate your time, or see how your choice can actually help a bigger picture. You know, maybe it's a blended family. How can this help the kids? You know, how am I being too egocentric in terms of my own fears? Or my fear, I'm not saying that they're not valid. I'm saying some things are like, well, I'm so used to one way of life, I don't want to change it. Like, you know what? We want to get married and that's your dream. Guess what? That's going to change big time. So you're going to have to, like, am I contradicting myself? You know what I'm saying? Just identify that, move forward. It's going to be awesome. What an exciting new journey for you guys. This week, really just take the time to have faith in yourself, work through your resistance one step at a time. If you try to find your footing, it's okay. Keep chugging forward. It's going to be successful. All right, Aquarius. Whew. Hey, Rach. I hardly read this chat. I look up. See you, girl. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. Okay. High Priestess, Eight of Raphael, and Queen of Ariel. Okay, so first things first, Aquarius. You ever heard the term think twice, speak once? You know, this is very much that week because there's going to be a lot of introspective time for you. This doesn't mean to like hermit yourself. This isn't the hermit where like, everybody leave me alone, I got to think about things. This is more about checking in with yourself, not your ego, your higher self. When you have the High Priestess card, you are souls, immortal souls, guys. We have a higher self. We've done this. This is not your first lifetime. This is not your first rodeo. It might feel like that, but it's not. So the High Priestess card is like, look, at you guys are getting a lot of synchronicities, a lot of signs. Maybe people are telling you the same things, like, you know, you really should go, like, I don't know, go get a massage, decompress, or like, you know, you'd be a really good writer, or like, hey, you know what, everyone's talking to you about doing yoga. Like, the universe is giving you a lot of synchronicities and signs. You really need to listen to it, Aquarius, because there's a lot of guidance. You guys are moving through not just times of awareness, emotional processing for you guys. Now, when you have the Eight of Ariel, it's about knowing there's better things out there for you. You have to let go of what you thought was good for you. You have to let go of what you thought was going to be great. Sometimes we latch on like, oh, this job looks fantastic and it looks all glittery and gold, but inside the culture is toxic. You have a crappy boss, but you love the fact that it's a high rise and pays 3 figures. You know what I'm saying? All that glitters isn't gold. They're saying let go of any preconceived notions. If something is hurting you, not healthy for you, there's something that's better that's coming up for you, especially in terms of your career, your finances, and your material world, Aquarius. When you have the Queen of Ariel, it's really about beautifying your life through your resources. And so if you're like, I need to change jobs, maybe you're like, I've been really trying to like go for the police academy, things aren't working out, and I realize I actually want to be a lawyer. There's better emotional states for you, Aquarius, and you might be thinking it's right here. Explore other areas. A lot of what you value, Aquarius, you might think you know, but things are changing, and that's okay to change. You might have thought to have a house and a, you know, huge flat screen TV is what's going to make me happy. Now you're recognizing, like, you know what? No, I need more intimacy and better communication. Screw the money. Like, I just need to be more emotionally evolved and healthy, and my environment needs to be healthier for me. Maybe your work environment, you know, your collaborative environment. It could even be any kind of emotional environment too, because the Queen of Ariel really is about beauty. She uses her resources to really beautify her space, her home, her lifestyle. So it's a lot of contemplation and shifting, Aquarius, in terms of how you're approaching your money, your career, your creations, your home, how it's affecting you. Like, some people work like crazy hours and it's affecting the home life because they're exhausted and tired, you know. The universe is giving you a lot of signs to teach you how to decompress, to bring you inner peace so that you can finally make those decisions and move forward, because they're saying, look, there's other opportunities, better opportunities for you that are really going to give you that sense of comfort and love and nurturance and a happy lifestyle. So there are going to be some change, Aquarius. Try not to resist it. Hey, so what? Maybe you thought you wanted to be a CEO at the corner office and you recognize, actually, I love pottery and I want to open my own studio. Like, who knows? Do I want to go like complete, 180? Stop attaching to that and do your best. Just explore it. This week, just explore a little bit. But the main focus this week, Aquarius, quiet time. Meditate, journal, hike. I wish people would meditate more, myself included, because it's really pivotal. It makes such a difference in so many ways. And yeah, the first couple days are going to be a pain in the ass, but after that, you're going to love it. Okay, Aquarius? Some changes, but they're going to be healthy and good, and it really is going to really help the home life in a lot of ways in your own environment and resources. Okay, Pisces, last but not least, my most patient, although when you have the timestamps, but I'm still going to give Pisces the praise because some people stay here. Whew. Let's see. Let us see. Wow. Okay. Okay, you have the Six of Gabriel, Seven of Michael, and the Solutions card. First of all, Pisces, starting right off, you're doing great, honeys. You guys are doing great. Okay, Pisces, you guys can tend to be emotional and maybe a little self-critical or self-destructive when we feel a little bit down or stressed. But like, look at it. You guys are doing great. We did the Six of Gabriel. You guys are doing such a good job. You're moving forward. Maybe some of my younger Pisceans just got their driver's license, or people just passed, what are we in? May? Midterms, finals are coming up. You're doing great. Some people might be getting awards, scholarships. Some of you guys might be getting promotions. Maybe your artwork's going to be shown in some cool exhibition. Whatever creative, awesome pursuits all you Pisces are doing, you're doing a really great job. It's really time to focus on your next project and how you're going to move forward with your life. Liberate yourself from where you're at and how you're going to continue to move forward. Let's not stay stuck. This is not a time to, sit back on your laurels. It really is to think bigger. Not better per se, just like, what's my vision now? How do I want to expand this? When you have the Seven of Michael, this tells me that number one, if you're feeling a little stuck, it's going to be collaborative. You guys got to talk to other people, not just your contemporaries who are going through the same problems. Talk to teachers, mentors, wise ones, people in the field that have been there for a long time, anybody that you respect and who could be, at best objective, because they're really going to help you work through it, find a better answer and solution, because you're like, what now? You might become overwhelmed with the emotions, like, I'm feeling so good, but what if I fail? Things are going to come up. That always happens. Like when we do great, we're worried about like failing already on the next thing. Why do we do this to ourselves? You have the Solutions card. Guys, this is really about, you are going to be successful. Let's try to have a balance of the mental and the emotional realms. Let's be wise here. Let's be objective here. Like, okay, I'm here. So realistically, I need this much time to get there. I'm not going to get over. I'm not going to keep up this momentum, but is that realistic? So let's compromise. Like, okay, I'm going to keep being creative, but I'm going to give myself a little bit more time this time because I do have to work and save this money. And so patience, Pisces, patience. And a lot more self-control, because sometimes when we give ourselves too much time, we wait till the very end, we procrastinate and we stress out at the end. Self-control, make sure things are balanced out here. Bringing in a lot of healing energy for you. So if anything's coming up in terms of insecurities and anxieties, really healing that, loving yourself through it, guys. You're going to do good. You're moving on to the next thing. Right now is the time to incubate and start thinking bigger and keep up this momentum, but in a balanced pace. Don't get anxiety if it's not right now. Like, oh my God, sometimes we just want things to happen, so we just like, oh, get it done with. That's not going to happen. So just plan for this, guys. I do have an amazing money manifesting webinar coming up on the 12th. This has to do not just with financial worth, but personal worth. Pisces, if you need any help with this, working through any blocks, any constructs with regards to money. Some people want to be affluent, but we have a bad relationship with the idea of money, especially subconsciously. And we're going to be doing some vision boards. We're going to be doing some candle work to do some manifesting into our life. It's going to be fantastic. The link is down below. If anybody has any questions about that, I'm happy to answer it. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I do tarot readings. I do soul readings, which are much more macro focused, life purpose, why you incarnated, messages from your angels. I do integrative coaching and my new money manifesting webinar down below. I do still have my 7-day clearing and reclaiming MP3. I love hearing everyone's story after using that. It's just $10. It clears, it cuts cords, removes any toxic energies, other people's energies out of your field, guys. Reclaims your own and balances the chakra, guys. I love hearing all the experiences everyone is having. I'm so grateful that it's serving you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. That link is also the link down below, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.